This is KTVO's Good Morning Heartland.
Back at 6:26, and Missouri Secretary of State Robin Carnahan estimates tomorrow's election turnout to near 72% with voters to cast. Estimate tomorrow's election turnout to near 72% with voters excited to cast a ballot for their favorite candidates. They'll also be deciding the fate of 4 questions on the state's general election ballot. Here to discuss all 4 issues is Aaron Baker, a North Missouri political consultant. How are you doing today?
Good morning. Very, very well, Ellen. Thank you.
Thanks for coming in this early in the morning. You come from Atlanta, so you had to wake up a little extra early, right?
That's right.
Okay, so go ahead and tell me a little bit about each of the 4 issues and why they're important to us voters here in Missouri.
I think people don't want to go into the polling places and be surprised, so we're going to go through these pretty quickly. There's 4 questions. The first one that's going to appear on folks' ballot is the Constitutional Amendment number 3. And that is a court reform proposal. You know, Ellen, Missouri, we have the Missouri Plan, and that's when we vote yes or no on our judges when we go to the polls on November. Well, this one will give more power to the governor and less power to lawyers and picking those judges that show up on our ballots.
And what is the status of this race?
Well, it's kind of interesting. The ballot language was so one-sided, so to speak, that the yes on 3 folks have kind of given up on their campaign. But in summary, if people want more control to the governor and picking judges, someone that's elected and accountable to the people, they should vote yes. And if they want to just protect the Missouri Plan, which is used in 30 other states in the nation, they should vote no.
Okay, and so the next one is Proposition A, which is restoring local control of the St. Louis police.
This one's quite interesting. During the Civil War times, our pro-Confederacy state took control of the St. Louis police force, a pro-Union city, and it was quite interesting, and it's just been on our laws since then, and this simply restores control of the St. Louis police force back to the city of St. Louis.
And who's supporting this campaign?
This is supported by several of our local legislators, Senator Brian Munzlinger, Representative Zach Wyatt, St. Louis mayor, and also the voters of St. Louis.
All right, and our next one is Proposition B, which a lot of people have been talking about. It's the tobacco tax increase, right?
That's right. That's right.
So go ahead and kind of give us the lowdown on that.
If you go by a lot of gas stations, you'll see orange signs that say vote no on a 760% tax increase on a pack of cigarettes. Currently, Missouri has the lowest tax in the nation on cigarettes.
And so besides the tax increase, what is the opposition saying about this?
They're saying that the 760% is too large of an increase at this time, and there's no guarantee that these funds will go to schools and tobacco cessation type programs. There's no guarantee.
All right. So even though the money is supposed to be going towards education, a lot of people are against this because of the tax increase.
They're reminded a lot of our gaming and lottery and other funds that said was going to add to education, and really it didn't change the bottom line.
All right. And finally, it's Proposition E. What's that about?
Proposition E keeps the governor from implementing Obamacare without the approval of the voters and the legislature. This happened last year when Nixon's administration tried to implement health care exchanges. And all this does is keep any governor from doing that without approval of the voters or the legislature.
And do you think that this will pass?
You know, Proposition C passed in 2010 by more than a 70% vote in Missouri. I think Missourians, the average Missourian is opposed to Obamacare, so I do believe that this one will pass.
All right. And so you just want to encourage people to go out and vote. Is there anywhere that they can look up these proposals and these ballot measures online before they go out to the polls tomorrow?
The easiest place for a kind of a conservative or rural perspective that really shows the entire issue, both sides, is if you Google Missouri Family Network and look at how they've broken down the different issues and the background of each issue. It's very interesting to see.
All right. Well, thank you so much for your time. I appreciate it.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
And we'll go ahead and post this all on our website at heartlandconnection.com. Just make sure you click on the Good Morning Heartland features at the top of the homepage.